creepy and cool TikToks that will blow your mind. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Disclaimer: this video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, as these clips haven't been fact-checked.
Seriously?
I'm so sorry.
No, you're sorry. Yeah, you should be. Look.
Didn't mean to
I'm just joshing.
What?
Seriously?
I'm so sorry.
No, you're sorry. Yeah, you should be. Look.
Didn't mean to
I'm just joshing.
What's going on? Joshing? Hey, you know Phoebe Buffet? I just remembered it. Oh man. The richer get richer, the poor get poorer. They're so beautiful. I feel like that woman at the start needed that win. Dude exposing everything.
Now, I had this New Year's resolution that I was only going to talk to people who listen to me.
Okay. Well, I have a saying that we have the choice of being a spectator or a participant. But,
How did you feel about the things I just told you? Case in point. Like I said, let's start with the truth and start with transparency.
Right. Well, I'm trying to understand the truth of the universe.
You mean you talking about clothing?
What, sorry?
T-shirts? Shoes?
Well, sure.
I'll get you 4 T-shirts. Okay?
What?
Definitely.
What's going on here?
Yeezy's gonna be bigger than Apple.
Right. Except that ultimately we will all upload our minds to the computers and everyone will just be robots.
Yeah. And that's exactly what Steve would have wanted.
That is just a ridiculously false statement. Because...
No.
Yes.
This is not real, by the way.
What is it like when you're moving back in the White House? What's different this time? The difference is I know where I will be going. I know the rooms where we will be living. I know the process. The first time was challenging. We didn't have much of the information. The information was upheld for us from previous administration. But this time I have everything. I have the plans. I could move in. I already packed. I already selected the furniture that needs to go in. So it's very different a transition this time, second time around.
Will you decorate it exactly like it was before, or are you making changes?
A little bit of changes, not much.
How have the Bidens been? Have they been accommodating, and are they still living there?
They're still living there, and they will be out on January 20. So what happened is on January 20, the transition team has only 5 hours to move Biden's out and to move us in. So everything needs to be planned to the minute. I will be in the White House, and when I need to be in New York, I will be in New York. When I need to be in Palm Beach, I will be in Palm Beach. But my first priority is, to be a mom, to be a first lady, to be a wife. And once we are in on January 20, it's you serve the country.
Melania is such a beautiful soul.
Lots of people were shocked to see Elon Musk do a hand gesture that looked a lot like a Nazi salute at Trump's inauguration. Let's see what people here in Germany think of it.
No.
I'm just like freezing. I can't believe that that's really happening. I can't imagine what it's gonna be like the next 4 years if this is just the beginning.
If he would be doing this in Germany, he would be arrested on the spot. I know some people might come with the excuse that he is autistic. And as someone who is autistic myself, this is not an excuse. I would never do this gesture.
We had this and we don't need this. And now we have to do some things that this won't escalate.
I don't really follow up on the internal things that's going on in the US, but let me say it like this, I'm not surprised.
America, really? You don't want that. Germany had it. Don't need to be repeated.
Suddenly everyone knows what a Roman salute is.
Hi, Elon Musk speaking. I expect to receive a car that I've just bought, which is called the McLaren F1. There are 62 McLarens in the world, and I will own one of them.
It's $1 million for a car. It's decadent.
Back in '95, there weren't very many people on the internet, and certainly nobody was making any money at all. Most people thought the internet was going to be a fad.
Wow, I can't believe it's actually here. It's pretty wild, man. This is definitely very cool. I like it a lot.
Congratulations.
Just 3 years ago, I was showering at the Y and sleeping on the office floor. And now, obviously I've got a $1 million car and quite a few creature comforts. It's just a moment in my life. All fair.
My values may have changed, but I'm not consciously aware of my values having changed.
My fear is that we become spoiled brats. That we lose a sense of appreciation and perspective. It's the perfect car for Silicon Valley, it really is.
There it is, gentlemen, the fastest car in the world.
My wife predicted the future.
Did y'all see what Balenciaga just came out with? I really don't. I don't like this one. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me update you. So my girlfriend just came across the video on TikTok, and she sent it to me, and in that video it shows Balenciaga's new Zero shoes. Zero shoes. Zero shoes. I hope you can understand what I'm saying. Pretty much, they're going, like, think of Kanye West's sock shoes. I don't even know what they're called. But that still had more shoe to it than these. Pretty much, you gotta wear either socks that have the one slit at the big toe or no socks at all. And it's like one little ring that you just slip your one big toe into that holds it in the front. That's it. And then in the back, it like cuffs your heel, like it cuffs it somehow. And that's it. It doesn't show any shoe. It looks like you're wearing socks or nothing. That's it. And they don't even look thick at the bottom. Like, you will be stepping on the ground, it feels like. Like, I get the idea, but I think you went the wrong way with it. Zero shoe is no shoe. Just remember that. Zero is nothing. This is still something. You should have called it like Balenciaga Light or something like that. A lighter version. I mean, you already made the sock version of the freaking shoe too, so something lighter than that. I don't know. But this is not it, I don't think. And if it just cuffs the back of your heel, like when you're walking, isn't that shit just gonna flop up and that one big toe shit? It's not gonna be stable on your foot. But let me know what you guys think about this. Put it down in the comment section down below. But as usual, if there's anything else that comes out about this, I'll be sure to let you know. Just drop a comment.
Do you all still not realize that, Balenciaga is satire?
It's Saturday, I believe, and here's the truck I've been driving for the last few days for Wilson Logistics. This trailer just was assigned to us from Kraft over at the Kraft Foods plant, and we're delivering it here to what's called the Springfield Underground. And that is, as you can see behind me, this giant cave that's big enough to house hundreds of these trucks and trailers. There's a train track running through here. Just to give you an idea, back here, there's a regular sized truck. See how tall that is up there? It's just
Springfield Underground? Where have I seen that name before on TV?
Atwood, you know the YouTuber? His mom passed away and he was having a podcast with his father. It sounds like on the podcast, he was trying to get answers out of his dad because he thinks that he his mom. Really? Yeah.
It doesn't add up in my head. She fell off a scooter. Be clear on the scooter because a scooter sounds like a motorcycle. No, this was these are the stand-up two-wheel things that like kids ride, but they had a little motor on them. Yeah, it was like a little cruising stand-up scooter that you'd rent. Not only did she pass away when she fell, but she had a closed casket. And that just, to me, just doesn't add up. I think the angels threw her down and made sure she was not coming back, or...
What did he say? He was trying to like make him slip up and say something wrong.
Wait,
right?
what questions was he asking?
Sue's death was not 100% unexpected.
That's how you responded then.
Christ comes to me and he says, I have to separate you and Sue for a little while. I don't know how high you need to fall to have a closed casket, but off a scooter just doesn't seem high enough. Now she did have a terrible set of lungs. She had she had conquered smoking. Yes, she did. But it had taken a toll on her.
The other weird thing was the Christmas before, she had a cough for like 6 months or something. Yeah. And I remember Kurt coming to me, he's like, make sure, you and Jess, whatever, like, you guys really take care of Sue this Christmas. And that was her last Christmas.
Like you already knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had, after the vision, there was some bizarre, I'm telling you, you're talking about spiritual things and things that are hard to fathom for some people. Things just don't add up properly to me. There's too many weird...
It's almost like you can see behind the scenes too well.
There's too many weird things that had to happen for her to pass the way she did. And,
only God really knows for me. To be fair, this is just a conspiracy. Who knows what Roman even thinks about it?
He didn't look convinced though.
Yeah, that's...
The angels threw her down is crazy.
Well, this Gordon Ramsay post on Instagram and immediately knew something felt off because he's not actually at an airport. And I know that because if he was, it would have to be one of these 3 airports. But none of the mountains in the back of these airports are the same. And well, Gordon, I found you. With these pixels that resembled a fence, these mountains, and this arid landscape, there's only one option. Area 51 with a perfect match.
Wow.
Gordon, you can't hide.
What is he doing there if that's true? Cooking?
What are the negative benefit or the negative effects of this?
This is an explosive area of conversation, and that puts my life in danger. So I reserve the right not to answer your question.
Whoa, I didn't expect that. It puts your life in danger talking about portobello mushrooms? He's looking at me silently. I will respectfully move on.
Thank you.
So anybody who's interested, just Google that and get back to me.
First rule of portobello mushrooms is don't talk about portobello mushrooms.
My house is burning down.
You know the pressure that they're getting from home when they're going to stay in the ambulance, which is coming from alcohol or cousins.
So you can trust me. If I tell you that I was at Mar-a-Lago and Mel Gibson leaned over and went, my house is burning down, you might think he's making it up. He's a lunatic. There's the actual video evidence.
I noticed we're not seeing Palestine. We're not seeing the California wildfires.
No more drones. No more Cat Williams. No more Terrence Howard. They're not talking about Luigi. They're not talking about the guy that they found on the East Coast with 150 pipe bombs. They're not talking about none of this stuff, bro. Dang. They finessed us. They finessed us. This app is definitely different. That's crazy. Who else noticed this, bro? I knew it was something different about TikTok, bro. Bro, I want y'all to go in y'all search bar, search the California wildfire. I just posted about the California wildfires. But as soon as that uploaded, I started thinking, I ain't seen no alien content, no conspiracy content, dealing with the devil. They ain't talking about that spaceship that they found in space that was coming. Remember that? Bro, how is this okay? See, I'm about to go back to Red Note, bro.
I haven't seen one Luigi post. Wow.
What the fuck?
What is that? Septic tank.
I'm so scared.
It looks like the bird Phoenix. Illuminate sign. She told him to stop. First, it was the ship from Philadelphia experiment, and now they found Amelia Earhart again.
President-elect Trump is pulling up to the White House the second time this has happened for him.
And this is the transfer of power as we watch them walk those steps as they did 8 years ago.
8 years ago? Wow.
Then, of course, it was Vice President Biden.
Breaking news, did you guys see? It's no longer saying CEO in his bio.
What is even more concerning is his username changed. Last night, 2 days ago, it was just a show.
I would be if he wanted to buy it.
I'd like Larry to buy it too. I have the right to make a deal. So the deal I'm thinking about, Larry, let's negotiate in front of the media. The deal I think is this, and I've met with owners of TikTok, the big owners. It's worthless if it doesn't get a permit. It's not like, oh, you can take the U.S. The whole thing is worthless. With a permit, it's worth like $1 trillion. So what I'm thinking about saying to somebody is buy it and give half to the United States of America, half, and we'll give you the permit. And they'll have a great partner, the United States. And they'll have something that's actually more valuable because they have the ultimate partner, and the United States will make it very worthwhile for them in terms of the permits and everything else. But so think of it, you have an asset that has no value or has $1 trillion value. It all depends on whether or not the United States gives the permit. So what I'm saying is let the United States give the permit, and the United States should get half. Sounds reasonable. What do you think?
Sounds like a good deal to me, Mr. President.
Yeah, he can afford it too.
Is the USA a mafia family? Wow. That did not happen. The last clip. Drones, New Jersey.
What in the ever living?
I got it.
What's that? Oh my God, this is scary. What is that?
Is this even real,
I'm not
folks?
even sure,
Dude, what the fuck is that?
oh, that's so scary.
What is that?
Look at that. Beautiful.
Yo!
Wow, what the heck? What is it?
Oh my God. Like, I'm not tripping, right? That's... What is that?
Project Blue
That's
Beam.
an Oscar right now.
You talking about that?
This is it.
What is that?
I think this-
Man, I don't know.
It's them aliens. What in the ever living? That?
That nothing in this world works the way you think it does. Nothing. The police aren't who you think they are. The sheriff is not who you think he is. Banks do not do what you think they do. Governments don't operate anywhere near the way you think they do. And that's why today, when you look at what's going on in the world today, none of it makes any sense. It's all crazy. It makes no sense at all. Seems very destructive. But actually, in point of fact, you don't know how the system works. It's working perfectly fine. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and the people, the masses, are entertained with television and alcohol and drugs, and the wealthy continue to get wealthy, and so it's working perfectly fine once you understand how the world really works.
Wow. This family behind everything, behind the bank.
You heard what Gino said? Gino, who was this guy's personal photographer? Wait till you hear this.
But this is a law that I think Donald Trump should sign into law if he should become president again. And I think it's a pretty good idea. Imagine if Donald Trump signed into a law something to the effect of that anyone who ever faked their death in the past can come back and not be harassed at all. The media couldn't contact them. People can't contact them unless they want to talk to them. They could just come back and live a peaceful life. But the thing is, and again, I'm saying I'm not implying anything, but think about how wonderful this could be, so that it extends to anyone that wants to retire from a certain profession. For example, look at all the people in showbiz or music or whatever that they just hate their lives because the fame wasn't what they thought it would be, and they just want to leave, but they can't leave.
It's a very interesting thought you have there, Gene, especially in light of what I've been posting lately. And not only what I've been posting lately, but what someone else has been posting lately. Now, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I found my smoking gun. I really did. The smoking gun that you won't have any doubt. But I gotta put it in my subscription area for the time being, because I need to test the waters on how strict and censored
This guy reaching too much.
So if you want to know the real deal that isn't him, that's just the decoy, you should go subscribe. And like I said, I'll probably release this eventually.
No.
But I just gotta test those waters and see how dangerous they are. But of course, this is all for entertainment purposes. I know that he's just having funsies and there's no secret message there. Entertainment only.
Yes, it's true that we have been in contact with your government and heads of power. It is also true that we've been It is also true that agreements have been made and kept secret from your people. It is also true that in the past, some of your people have lost their lives or have been badly hurt to protect the secret. Our hands had no part in this. We contacted your leaders because your planet is in grave trouble. Your leaders said the vast majority of your population wasn't ready for anything like us yet. So we made time agreements with your leaders as to when your people would be made aware of our presence. Your air, your water are contaminated. Your forests, jungles, trees, and plant life are dying. There are several breaks in your food chain. You have an overwhelming amount of nuclear and biological weapons, which include nuclear and biological contamination.
Dana White might be the only one that can tell us if it's true what Obama said to George Bush. According to this lady who is deaf, who specializes in reading lips, read the lips of Obama when he said this to George Bush. And Dana White was right behind him. For a quick little second, you could see Dana White look like.
Good to see you. Thank you. How can we stop what's happening?
So Dana White, we know you boys with Trump. And a lot of people want to know if it's true. And if it is true, I wonder what Obama meant about that. And then it make you think, what could they possibly been talking about when they happened to sit next to each other during a funeral? I'm not gonna lie, this is the smile you do when you know you just said something slick, but you can't act out a character because the camera on you. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Make sure you share this, like this, follow.
She was about to go to bed when she captures this. A girl named Amelia from the UK recently moved into a cottage all by herself when one night, as she was about to go to bed, something terrifying in her room started tormenting her.
What?
As she runs upstairs, you can hear banging on her bedroom window, just before seeing the curtain move on its own. And while she walks up to investigate, her cock falls off the bedroom wall, trying to stop her from looking behind the curtain. Many comments show concern of her safety, urging her to run away, while others recounted their own ghost stories. Amelia explains that she's never experienced anything paranormal in her life until moving into this cottage, turning her from a skeptic into a true believer. Tell me your story.
What if the Great Pyramid wasn't a tomb, but an ancient power plant? The king's chamber, made of granite filled with quartz, generates electricity under pressure. Beneath the pyramid lies an underground aquifer. Flowing water and vibrations from Earth's movement could have created an electric charge. The granite was transported from Aswan, over 500 miles away, with blocks weighing up to 80 tons. Why go to such lengths unless the granite had a special purpose? The pyramid resonates at 7 hertz, the same frequency as Earth's natural energy field. Nikola Tesla studied its geometry. Was this ancient wonder more advanced than we thought?
Sometimes we'll find kids 2 blocks from their house, sometimes 2 states over, in this case, in Iceland.
3,000 miles away, the grandmother of the 2 missing girls informed police her 34-year-old daughter suffers from mental issues, and the 3 disappeared back in October. A police report was filed in Canton, but the police there asked the marshals for help.
I'll give credit to our people for doing a phenomenal job, just, following the trail.
The trail, says Elliot, began in Canton to Columbus. She last pinged in Syracuse, New York. The young mom was stopped by the Vermont State Police where she attempted to get into Canada. They traveled to Denver, Colorado, then to London, and eventually where they were found in Reykjavik.
And our goal in the Marsh Service, our reach is very long. Our goal is to find these kids and recover them, bring them home safe.
Thank you for what you do, sir. Fabulous images of the all, world technology structures.
Actual jinns coming in human form. The Vatican came out and said that there is an increase of these paranormal activity. I can see this. When I was younger, I was very interested in the world of the unseen. That was one of the things that gained my interest in Islam. I was previously a Christian, so I wanted to ask my dad, are there aliens, are there different creatures? What else is out there? My dad told me about the jinn. I looked on the internet and I tried to find videos of jinns. I couldn't find any. The only videos that I found were videos of someone having a jinn inside of them, where they were possessed. I didn't see any videos of a jinn physically manifesting and taking a physical form. Now on TikTok, I see it all the time.
No, actual jinns.
Actual jinns coming in human form. There was one guy, he was alive, and
That's
he saw
demon,
an elf,
not
a
jinn.
little man in the tree coming out, and you can see it's transparent. It's like between dimensions. I'm seeing videos now of people seeing little winged creatures. They call them fairies or gnomes. Little short, tiny little people that just appear in their house and run around.
We just got to be careful because there's so much CGI as well. What is real and what's not, it can be difficult.
That could be partly to do with why this is increasing. We live in a time now where people can't tell whether it's real or fake. That's the prime opportunity for these jinns to come in and do that sort of stuff. If you film it, people just say, oh, it's not real. These weird mythical creatures that people report seeing, they catch it on camera, mermaids, fairies,
dragons,
all of this stuff. Even before mobile phones, even before technology, people still claimed to see these things. Someone from 1,000 years ago who's saying that he saw some creature or ghoul, there's different types of jinns, right? They didn't learn this off of the internet, and there's different cultures from all around the world that never had contact with one another.
And they're depicting the same
And
thing.
they're depicting the exact same thing. Why is that? There has to be a reality to it. I'm not saying now that every single video you see on the internet is real, but it's coming to that point now where there will be a real video and people won't believe it's real.
It's demons. And by the way, go back to Jesus, only he saves.
The average person who goes to school has no idea why humanity exists. He has no idea concerning a spiritual factor in material existence. He has no general comprehension of the rules of life as these differ from the rules of social and political structures. He does not know where he came from, He does not know why he is here, and he has no idea where he's going. And on this compound ignorance, we offer degrees and make brilliant scholars out of people who have never answered any of those questions. It is one of these amazing things that we have created a great hierarchy of well-lettered ignorance. We have made everything subservient not to wisdom, but to the passing advantages of the hour. We're in exactly this position politically today.
What is that? Pried open the coffin lid. The 15-year-old wife we did not what? Late Night with the Devil has a scene about this.
Horrifying things said by astronauts.
Young Louis. During his mission in 2003, he heard continuous hearing sound. Like knock on a door, he described it as that someone knocking the body of the spaceship. Because there is no sound in space. Neil Armstrong. During the Apollo 11 mission, Neil Armstrong sent a secret message to NASA that he saw the existence of other sentient entities there. He said, "These babies were huge and enormous, sir, I'm telling you. There are other spacecrafts out there. They are on the moon watching us." Story Musgrave. He claims that on 2 space stations he saw an 8-foot-long serpentine. He also said that the snake followed him for a long period of time.
Oh, did Neil Armstrong also said they never left Earth? the symbolism. What is that? Ooh. Forget Simpsons. I believe in God. Right. See a massive shark only records 5 seconds. Tell me another one. I remember this at Ripley's, believe it or not.